Forget for a minute about all those trillions of dollars we're talking about in the budget. Let's talk about what a budget default could mean to the average home out there. Fundamentally, the issue is that it would upset interest rates and the value of the dollar. So what would that affect? Well, pretty much everything. Look at the value of a home. It could make interest rates rise on home purchases. It could make the cost of a mortgage rise substantially over time, so people would be basically paying more for their houses. Things like your car out there, once again, the rates for a purchase could rise substantially. Gas prices could increase. The roads you're driving on could be in worse quality because the government simply couldn't take care of them. What about the people who live inside this house? Primary breadwinner here in this case is the father. He's a small businessman. First of all, he could be unemployed if he works for somebody else, but he could lose money in his savings as well. But if he's a small business owner, he could have a difficult time getting a loan and making his economy grow in his business, which means the economy for the rest of us has trouble growing because he can't hire people. What about the daughter up here? She's in the military. She could have a salary that's limited or delayed. She could have possible IOUs from the government. Private contractors who provide things to her and to her unit in the military, they might have layoffs and problems because if the government can't afford to pay her to do all she does, they can't pay them to supply things to her. What about the son up here? He's trying to go to college. Student loans could be harder to obtain. There could be restrictions on financial aid. And even grandma who lives with them here, her Social Security could wind up delayed, retirement benefits reduced. It could be a tremendous impact on her. And mom, of course, if she worked for the government, she could be hit the hardest of all. She could be furloughed, credit card rates rising. So you can see why, when we look at this equation, many people say, don't worry so much about the big government picture. We all have trouble understanding that. Think about what it could mean at home. We don't really know if this would be the result, but certainly these are possibilities that are on the table.